Welcome back. Joining us virtually right now, we have Mark Hernandez. He's the grounds manager over at Moncus Park. Mark, thank you so much for being here with us virtually today.
You're welcome. Thanks for having us. We're trying to protect ourselves from the wind, so we're under our heritage oaks out here.
Hey, beautiful landscaping.
We're talking about winter damage and what to do in your landscape after the freeze. Hopefully, we've had the last of the harsh winter, and so on days like today, it's really a good idea to get out in your landscape and start to really assess the plants and know whether or not they're going to come back in the spring. And so there's a couple of techniques that are usually really good at this time of year. One is to go into the plant tissue and either using your fingernail or a knife, kind of scrape the tissue. And if there's any green left on the interior of the plant, you know that the plant's okay and alive. So at that point, you'll just want to go back down the plant until you see green and prune the plant off above that to encourage in the spring more growth. And it'll actually become a bushier, kind of a healthier, more vibrant plant at that point. So those are things for woody type plants. So your roses, some of your trees and shrubs, the grasses, the agapanthus, which is the lily of the Nile, which look a mess at this time of the year. You can go ahead and pull all the mushy foliage off of those plants now, and kind of just it's really more for aesthetics, just to kind of get them ready for their new growth. Hopefully in the next couple of weeks, if we get weather like this, the plants will kind of be triggered into some spring growth. You definitely do not want to fertilize just yet. We very easily could have a Mardi Gras freeze. So any fertilization that you do now is not a good idea. Usually wait until the risk of freeze is over.
See, that was going to be my next question, because my front yard looks very, very sad right now, Mark. I was thinking, well, you know what? It might be a good idea to fertilize them, give them some extra nutrients, but that's not a good idea.
No, don't do that. Yeah, it'll look bad for about another month.
Good.
Be patient. If you fertilize now, it'll stimulate growth. It'll look even worse if we get another freeze.
Oh my goodness! But the one that you mentioned about to check to scrape your thumb on the inside, that I never knew that.
Yeah, and if you touch the stem and it's mushy, you know that it's probably not going to live. So if it's firm and has a nice crisp feel to it, it'll be fine. But yeah, the scraping of the bark, if there's green, it's alive. So don't pull it up. It really, if you're in question, don't pull anything up. Just wait for another month or so, and then the plant will tell you whether or not it made it through the pretty hard freezes.
I'm keeping my fingers crossed that mine decide to come back to life. Now, I do have a question about those irises. Those are everywhere. What do you do for those?
Okay, so the irises is the exception. So pretty much every other landscape plant is in dormancy. The Louisiana irises and the regular irises are not in dormancy. Their growing period is now. So don't do anything to those. I mean, there might be a little bit of tip burn. If it bothers you, you can cut off the little bit of brown on the iris foliage. But really, now's the time to, again, the exception. Now's the time to fertilize those irises, because they'll bloom starting in March. So that's the one plant that you do want to fertilize now. And again, in early March. So the irises are a little bit different. All the other plants, though, you'll want to cut back.
I'm learning so much. I could listen to you talk all day, Mark. We're out of time, though. Thank you so much for offering these tips for our viewers today.
Absolutely. Thanks for having us.
Of course. And if you guys at home want to learn more, head to our website, klaf.com.